Okay, rarely do this, but first half of the game just ended. The Lakers are up by 3 points, 45 to 42 against the Denver Nuggets. And when it comes to the game, it's a low-scoring game, obviously. I'm glad that they've only allowed 42 points compared to giving up like around 72 against the Raptors in one half the other night. So that's better. Both teams aren't shooting the ball that well, but it's whatever. What I like to see though, or what I am saying that I like right now, Anthony Davis playing a lot better. He seems to be getting a bit more comfortable now. He's tagging the basket a lot more. You're seeing a lot more pop and athleticism from him. So that's good. That's good. And he's able to make some jumpers. He's pretty efficient right now. I believe he's just around 50%, like on 6 for 12 shooting, 14 points. But, he's only missed like one free throw. So I like it. He's actually playing a solid game. Went out there and got a block earlier. So he's looking a lot better. He's looking a lot better right now. One thing I'm also liking is they're doing a pretty good job on Michael Porter Jr. He's only 1 for 4, and he's had a great scoring stretch ever since Jamal Murray left. So they're playing good defense on him. They're also playing pretty well on Jokic as well. I believe only has like 12 points. So yeah, they're playing good. I saw the urgency in the first half that they lacked these last couple of games, and not too upset. Not too upset. One thing that is surprising to me is that Marc Gasol finally got some run time. I was starting to think that he was secretly injured because I'm not even a Marc Gasol fan. I'm not gonna like I'm a huge fan of him. I've been very critical on how he is slow, and he's pretty much busted defensively, but he can play make and he can space the floor. And even though he doesn't take many threes, his spacing is definitely noticeable, and it's instant because once he got subbed in and Drummond got subbed out, you got Nuggets defenders chasing around the three-point line while he's able to move the ball, and it gets kicked out to Kuzma for a corner three. So yeah, I'm not saying you play Marc Gasol 25 minutes, but like I think he'll be useful for 12. I think he'll be useful for 12 minutes tonight. You can have him out there with AD sometime because just the whole AD to AD lineup, yeah, I don't think it's working that well. Especially when it comes to these last couple of games we've seen, it hasn't been the best defensively, and we know how it is on offense, how it clogs up the paint. But solid first half. They could play better, but I'm not going to be too mad right now. I'm just glad to keep them a close game. They haven't let the Joker gone off for like 20 or 30 points in this half because, yeah, it wouldn't have surprised me if that would have happened. But they're playing good this half. We'll have to wait and see what they do in the second half. Hopefully they get a dub, but yeah, and also JaVale McGee got his ring, so that was nice to see. The bling on the ring is spectacular and just lovely. And before I even end this, before I get back to our second half, I don't like LeBron's comments about the play-in. I mentioned that yesterday, but yeah, I really don't like them. It doesn't look good. Another thing is, what doesn't look good from him is him and Dennis Schroeder. I'm going to assume has opted out not taking the vaccine. Dennis Schroeder is going to be missing the next 10 to 14 days due to health and safety protocols. And one of his reasons for not taking the vaccine early was he didn't want to miss time, but the way he's been, conducting himself on his YouTube channel, yeah, I don't think that was the case at all. That's just pretty fucking dumb. It's not a good look for LeBron either because, for one, LeBron spends like millions of dollars on his body a year. So like, there's a lot of empirical science and data on how he takes care of his body, and it surprised me that him, someone that spends so much on his body, all the science and all that money behind it, he didn't want to take the vaccine. So yeah, that's weird, but if they were playing well, this wouldn't be an issue. Just like if they were playing well, LeBron wouldn't complain about it playing because, I mean, he did have criticisms about it last year, but, he was talking about, yeah, I have no problem with the 8, 9, and 10 seed battling out. So he didn't have a problem with the play-in last year, being that now they're in a position to be in it, it's an issue. Same thing with the Mavericks early this year with Mark Cuban. Like, they all agreed onto it, and now it's an issue because, you're the 7th or 8th seed. Just win more games and it wouldn't be an issue. But I'm going to watch the second half, and let's see if everything's all good and they get a dub. Just finished the game. The Lakers won by 4 points, 93 to 89 against the Denver Nuggets. AD makes a great game-saving block. Yeah, before that, THT threw up some bullshit, and then he got his own rebound, put up another layup in that game, a 4-point lead. So Yeah, crazy stuff happened in this game. Well, I know it's gonna be a controversial call. Is the offensive foul on Campazzo when he ran to AD. AD definitely sold it. I'm not gonna act like he didn't sell it. Campazzo's like 5'10", right? Dude's my height. And yeah, ran an AD. AD fell over, and it negated a three-point shot that was made by Michael Porter Jr. And he played a lot better in the second half. He was 1 for 4 in the first half, 7 for 10 in the second half. So he played a good game. Jokic had I believe he had 30, and if he didn't, he had a close 30. Marc Gasol did a good job on it though, because it took him almost 30 shots to get there. So that's pretty good. Marc Gasol though made a statement tonight with the way he played. Again, not the biggest fan of Marc Gasol, but after a game like this tonight, and especially when he played quality minutes against Nikola Jokic, and he was able to stretch the floor out and play make a bit, I don't see how you can't give him more minutes. Well, considering that Drummond only had I don't know, 0 fucking rebounds tonight. I don't know how he did that, but yeah, he had 0 rebounds tonight. I believe Marc Gasol had around 4 or 5, but he was able to stretch the floor out, make some big threes, into some other threes. So he needs to get more minutes. AD looked good. He had a rough stretch in the fourth quarter, but he made a play when it count. He made the plays when it count. Had a tough shot in the basket, got a block, and he made 2 free throws early in the fourth quarter. So at least he made some plays happen when he needed to. But he's looked a lot better. Marc Gasol played good tonight. Even Wesley Matthews had a couple of threes. So yeah, they need to keep up this energy. I'd like to see them score more. I would like to see them take better care of the ball, because they had 20 turnovers tonight, which, yeah, you'll lose most games, but they shot the 3 ball a lot better than Denver tonight. So yeah, we need the same energy against Portland and the Clippers. They play against the Clippers on Thursday. Won a close game. Maybe LeBron will be back. Maybe AD will get his calf iced up, because he did sit out for a long period of time, but the bench did play well, so I'm not surprised he sat out a bit. Well, with that out the way, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.